Welcome back to Eureka 7 Volume 2 The New Vision. I'm Michael, and last time we took down Rodney Flame once and for all. But that's not all we have to do. We still have to take down seveN. So, without further ado, let's begin.
The CFS laboratory has been completely destroyed! And Flame, communications are cut off. Lightning seed is not moving. It's lost. He was chained to the past. What a waste. It's the federal military. They're surrounding us. Anomaly detected in Trapper Spring facility. We're losing our buoyancy. Thundercloud is losing altitude. Lieutenant! Roddy Flame is dead. But the torch he carried has been picked up by seveN Beeson. Damn! Open all valves to full! Correct our course! What are you doing? Unable to alter course. With our trajectory, Thundercloud will slam into shell-filled tower! Then let it. No! We'll be destroyed! I gave you an order! I said let it hit! You're insane! You'll kill us all! Men! The revolution is at hand! Ask yourselves, why are you fighting? Who are you fighting for? Are Thundercloud's weapons just for show? You call yourselves soldiers. Well, act like it then! Carry out the revolution's noble cause! Now then, how long should I wait?
There's an elevator that goes to HQ at the end of this corridor.
Okay, let's go!
They make it sound like we're all fighting together, but it's just us here. This is the final hand-to-hand combat section, and we're using a nice little impulse gun to freeze the enemies. They thankfully, it's all in this these hallways, so there's not going to be more where we kind of get ganged up on. We do have to keep our health though, so gotta be careful. Also checking, we did unlock the final thing there, and give ourselves a better shooting. We don't have another thing we could equip, unfortunately. I kind of focused on just the 3 things over and over again, but that's okay. We're also gonna move away from the electrode because, as good as it is to stun enemies, I'd rather deal more damage. It still stuns them when you shoot them too, and I don't want this guy to go too far just in case there's an enemy around the corner. Thankfully he died. Yeah, see right there, that could have been bad. We're pretty strong now, we can kind of take out the enemies in a couple combos. This is also a nice little section of exploring the base. It looks pretty nice. It's kind of got the military vibe. Though it doesn't look like there's many rooms. There's just kind of a bunch of long hallways. And unfortunately, this guy's not going to come close enough, so we're just going to try our best and hope there isn't a guy over here to shoot us. Come on, don't dodge. Just take the beating. Oh, good. And there's a room right there, but still. Our only objective is just to take out everyone. It did say let's get to the door, but we do need to just take everyone out in order to do that. Oh, there you are. Come out on you, you don't even know what's going on, and then suddenly you're on the floor. And there's a guy in a weird blue jumpsuit. I didn't mention these jumpsuits. Sumner and Ruri are wearing custom jumpsuits. They're very reminiscent of the LFOs that Charles and Ray have in the anime, which I think is really neat. We did see in the first game that whenever they were piloting LFOs, they usually had jumpsuits instead of wearing their regular clothes. I don't know if that's just a uniform thing or what, but yeah, now we got the blue jumpsuit with what looks like kind of boxing gloves on. It's kind of weird, but I think it's kind of a reference to Charles and Ray. Well, I could be wrong. It could have just been a neat design they wanted to use. We're getting close. We're getting close to the end. I can taste it. That looks like a nuke. We'll just ignore that. Here's a part where we can actually see outside the base of it. I would really like it if Boundary Break one day did this game. I would love to see what everything looks like from far above. I highly doubt that'll happen though. I don't think this game is popular enough for a Boundary Break episode. I can only imagine that maybe there's other fights that our friends are having that we're just not seeing. I hope they're not just leaving it all to us. And only a C for that. Like, really?
They're not really fighting. What's going on with them?
Beats me, but there was that tremor earlier.
I'm pretty certain that this thing is going down, and going down soon. Which means we have even less time. Let's get to headquarters. I bet we'll find Steven there.
Steven! Sumner. Pookie. Rory. Jillian. What took you so long? I had box seats ready for you. Up here. You'd better hurry. You can't beat the view from the top.
Real careful. Slow. There's no telling what he could be thinking.
Oh, Steven.
I thought you ran away. I'm so happy you came all this way to see me. I wanted to show you something. The world. This beautiful world before us. He's gone crazy.
Yeah, well, we can take him, Sumner.
That's...
Flame? Everybody, run!
Steven!
Don't just stand there! Run!
Flame. He's still alive.
No, he's not. He's now a monster that's been possessed by CFS. Let's finish this.
Well, that could have gone better. So it looks like Steven's kind of indisposed. Not really great. Now we can use our twin heavy missile pod. We just want to do a little more damage. It seems like Flame's okay, but he's not. He's kind of been corrupted too much by the CFS. All he can really think of is to kill us. He doesn't really have any other objective. Yeah, this is kind of a sad state for what was Ruru's idol and really father figure. It's not mentioned in the game as much. As I had stated before, there is a manga that comes before this. It's called Eureka seveN, Gravity Boys and Lifting Girls. And in that we learned that Ruri's parents had passed away in the 7th swell that Renton's father had done. That's something for another discussion, but her parents passed away and she became an orphan. And she, that's when Rodney Flame took her in and taught her how to lift and everything. So he is kind of her father figure through her life. So this is kind of a really hard moment for her. But he's already gone. And he's actually not that much of a fight. Our missiles do more damage, but even still he's not as strong as he was back when we fought him in the CFS laboratory. It's unfortunate. All the enemies in this game are like big bads, or not like the same as previous games where it's just, oh, they're just named as bad guy, or they're bad from the beginning. Like, this is a bunch of people that got corrupted by power or greed or desire to change the world in a way that might not be too good for the greater population. Goodbye, Flame. As for that one, nice. Good on us.
Sumner!
I'm okay.
Finally.
It's over now.
Sumner!
Sumner! Look! Below us! It's New Way!
We were able to ascertain Thundercloud's current situation using the state military.
Thundercloud appears to be returning to the ley line. Also, their personnel have surrendered.
So in the end, that's all you amounted to as a man, Stephen Beeson. Take it from here.
Where are you going?
Out to Bell Forest.
It's over, isn't it? Everything.
What are you guys gonna do now?
Good question. A really good question.
Don't know. Guess my plans are up in the air.
In that case, come back to the military. Look at what you did out there today. You guys are heroes. I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you. But I'll pass.
Sumner. Rory.
In my case, I was never cut out for the military.
And I was killed in action. I'm officially dead.
Ah, you're the ghost hero.
That's funny.
I was thinking we might be able to put the Sawyer unit back together. Right, Jillian?
Jillian?
I saw it with my own 2 eyes. There on Thundercloud's bridge. He... Jillian. Did we let him down somehow? Was there anything we could have done? Tried harder. Something. I really don't know, Rory.
You know, even if there'd been enough time, it wouldn't have changed anything. It was his decision to go out like that. Poor Stephen. All he wanted was his freedom in the end. Now he's got it.
It was the fate that Stephen chose for himself. But still,
Crap! Where are they from?
Maybe they're from Azure. Stephen. He was firing at me. At me.
Jillian, just stay here, okay? Don't! That you, Sumner? You gonna bet me lunch and challenge me? It's just like old times! Stephen, CFS has driven you crazy. It's party time! Sumner!
So before we get into this, one nice touch is in the background. You can see the thundercloud, which is really cool. Also, Steven has gone a little cuckoo. A little cuckoo. CFS has indeed corrupted him way too much. And boy, is that LFO a thing. Its board is really neat. We've never seen anything like that ever before. A circular board, just wow. Just wow. He also, I think, has every type of weapon outfitted on that thing. Every single one. It is a sight to behold. But if we abuse the little AI bug where they will always do the turn, we can really take them down quite easily. Well, look at that. He's already at half health. He would wreck us if he hit us. It would not be a good time. He clearly still has some memory, as he mentioned before, lunch, like old times. This is our oldest friend out of the entire group. We've known him for a long time, and this is kind of where it's come to. It's a clash of best friends with different ideals, and it's quite a moment. Kind of similar to what happens at the end of Rec 7 between Holland and Dewey. Man, I love that LFO. The last two LFOs are really cool. And oh, now he's at full health. Now he's faster and does more damage. And yeah, pretty interesting. But we can still abuse him. The cutback drop turn still does a lot of damage. And boy, his board is really cool still. It's kind of got a cross design. And yeah, really interesting. Keep in mind, I mentioned in a previous video that I was kind of recording all of this episode on a time limit, so I was kind of really hoping to finish this quick, and I think I unlocked like a bunch of potential in myself on this game that I didn't realize I had. That and our upgrades, of course, help a lot. And the cutback drop turn. That's probably one of the hardest things to hear, is him finally coming to his senses just as he's dying. It is. This game actually does tug on my heartstrings a lot. It makes me feel things.
Stephen. I'm sorry.
Stephen, please. Don't. I guess he was another victim of CFS. That poor man. I can't cry. It's so sad, I just can't.
Yeah. But the lab is gone now. No one else is gonna die. They're safe. At least I think they are.
I guess you're right.
dumbass. If you can't cry, then I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Isn't that what friends are for, Jillian?
Thank you. Oh, I can't make out the rest.
That tags our proof.
What?
Proof. Proof that we were here. As a new wave team. And as friends. Vision. We called it Vision.
Vision, huh? I like that word. Hey, since you're talking about vision, if you're having any of them right now, I want to see them.
You want to see my vision, huh?
Oh, that's right. Tell me, do you remember the day we first met? I hope you figure it out soon. If you don't, we can't pick up where we left off.
Hey, wait. I got it. Yeah, I definitely remember. There you have it. That's the end of our story. Since all this began, I've met lots of really interesting people. Some of whom I came to call my friends. And I lost some friends too. There have been a lot of good times along the way, and some bad times as well. And now, I can look back on it all, and appreciate that it's all part of life. That's why, come what may, in the years ahead, I'll never stop walking. I'll keep walking as long as I can. You can never tell right away if you're going down the right path. But that just means that you should look back and check your progress after you've walked a little ways, you know? There might be troubles worse than anything I faced before, lying in wait for me down the road. But I'll be okay. Because, well, I'm not alone anymore. I've made some unforgettable friends. And I have faith that with their help, and with Ruri's, the person who means the world to me, I'll be able to overcome anything.
So, have you remembered yet?
Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh.
That's okay. There's really no rush, you know.
Huh?
That's right, because we'll always be together from now on, won't we?
Yeah. Together.
And here we are at the credits. I really like that ending sequence. We did see Eureka. She's, of course, heading off to Bell Forest, where she'll meet someone interesting that'll change her life. And boy, what a relationship and game this was. I love this game so much. This and the first one. I think the story is really good. It captures the feel of the anime. The gameplay itself is outstanding. It's fun. It feels like you're controlling the mech really well. This game in particular story just took everything the first one and pushed it. All the relationships, all the characters. Everyone's got like a nice arc. And it just, I love it so much. It is sad what happened to a lot of our friends. Steven, Sean, Pez, we've lost them along the way, and it just, yeah, it's rough. Especially when you like look back at the first game and everything that they've been through together. And even before that. It's quite a thing. And of course in the end you have Rory teasing Summer that he still doesn't remember whether they first met. And I'm going to tell you guys where that was. As I mentioned before, there's a prequel to this prequel called Gravity Boys and Lifting Girls. Before, girls weren't really accepted in the reffing community professionally, so when Rory wanted to join, she took on a persona. She dressed like a boy and took on the name of BB, which you may remember Sumner took at the start of this game. He entered as BB, which is kind of how Rory found him. It's because that's the name she took. He idolized BB and wanted to be like BB. And what happened was he snuck into the changing room when Rory was changing, not knowing that BB was a girl, and she got really mad at him, and he didn't recognize her, he didn't really see her, kind of similar to what happened in this game, and she kicked him out. And that's actually where they first met. But Sumner doesn't know that. He's going to have to remember really hard to really get to that memory. So I just kind of wanted to tell you guys that. And their relationship grew from there. They then met in the New Wave Academy and then broke off and then met up a couple of times. And yeah, that's it for this game. There's one little thing at the end of this credits that will tie into the anime once again. And if you haven't watched the anime before, I highly suggest doing so. This game literally goes right into it. So if you would love it, if you like this, I think you'd like the anime. And I encourage you to watch it and tell me what you think of it. It is still my favorite anime of all time. And with that, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. It's the last video, it's a bonus.
To be continued.